When we talk about power in 2026, it no longer looks the way it used to. It's not loud, it's not flashy, and it's not always visible. Today, the world's richest women control empires that shape how we shop, invest, travel, and even think, often without ever stepping into the spotlight. Some inherited dynasties built over generations. Others built global giants from nothing but conviction and timing. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 richest women in the world in 2026, according to Forbes, starting with the woman whose fortune stands in a league of its own. Alice Walton leads the list with an estimated $112.5 billion. Born October 7, 1949 in Newport, Arkansas, Alice Louise Walton grew up in Bentonville. She inherited a major stake in Walmart after her father's death in 1992, building her wealth through the retail giant. Instead of running Walmart, Alice focused her influence on art and philanthropy, founding the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art and becoming a major cultural patron in the United States. Following closely behind is Françoise Bettencourt Meyers, with a fortune of approximately $81.6 billion. As the heir to the L'Oreal empire, Françoise represents the enduring power of beauty and consumer brands on a global scale. As chairwoman of the family holding company, her wealth rises and falls with L'Oreal's dominance in skincare, cosmetics, and luxury beauty. Where Alice Walton's fortune reflects retail scale, Bettencourt Meyers' wealth is rooted in brand prestige, innovation, and global consumer loyalty. What makes Julia Koch especially distinctive is how deliberately she avoids visibility. Despite controlling one of the most influential industrial fortunes in America, she maintains an intensely private lifestyle, rarely giving interviews, and almost never appearing in public. Rather than exercising power through corporate leadership or media presence, her influence flows through long-term philanthropy. As president of the David H. Koch Foundation, she directs billions toward medical research, cancer treatment, cultural institutions, and education, shaping legacy rather than headlines. As we move further down the list, the wealth remains immense, but the personalities behind it become even more intriguing. At number 4 is Jacqueline Mars, with a net worth of about $42.6 billion. As an owner of Mars Inc., the company behind everyday global staples in confectionery and pet care, her fortune comes from products quietly consumed by millions every single day. What makes her stand out, however, isn't just the scale of the business, but the way she lives around it. Unlike most billionaires, Jacqueline Mars has built her influence in near total privacy, avoiding media, rejecting publicity, and rarely appearing in public. Even after stepping away from the board, her ownership stake alone keeps her firmly among the world's most powerful women. In doing so, she proves two things at once: that consumer staples can rival tech or finance in profitability, and that immense power doesn't always announce itself. It can operate silently, behind the scenes, with discipline and restraint. At number 5, the narrative changes dramatically. Rafaela Aponte-Diamant, with roughly $37.7 billion, stands out as the richest self-made woman on the list. She co-founded Mediterranean Shipping Company with her husband, starting with a single ship financed by a loan. Today, MSC is the largest shipping company on the planet. In a ranking dominated by inheritance, Rafaela's journey represents pure entrepreneurial grit, making her story one of the most studied and admired among modern female billionaires. Transitioning from Europe to Asia, number 6 is Savitri Jindal, with an estimated fortune of $35.5 billion. As chairperson of the Jindal Group, her wealth spans steel, cement, power, and infrastructure. After inheriting the business following her husband's death, she not only preserved the empire, but strengthened it, remaining the only Indian woman consistently ranked among the world's top 10 richest women. Her presence reflects the growing economic influence of emerging markets on global wealth rankings. Right after her is Abigail Johnson, with an estimated net worth of $32.7 billion. As the CEO of Fidelity Investments, one of the most powerful asset managers on the planet, Johnson stands apart from nearly everyone on this list. She is not just an heir to a financial dynasty, she is the one steering it. Known for her intensely private personality, analytical discipline, and long-term thinking, she spent decades inside the firm before taking control, quietly mastering every layer of the business. Under her leadership, Fidelity moved early into digital trading, data-driven investing, and even cryptocurrency exposure. Bold shifts that many traditional institutions avoided. In a world where inherited wealth often comes without responsibility, Abigail Johnson represents something rarer: inherited power paired with total operational control, making her one of the most influential women in modern global finance. At number 8, with around $32.1 billion, is Miriam Adelson. A trained physician before becoming a billionaire power player, her fortune is closely tied to Las Vegas Sands, one of the most influential names in luxury resorts, casinos, and integrated entertainment destinations. These are not just gambling venues, but massive lifestyle ecosystems combining five-star hotels, fine dining, retail, and world-class events. What makes her story particularly striking is that her wealth accelerated later in life, following the global expansion of these resort empires into Asia and key tourism hubs. Beyond business, she is also one of the most influential philanthropic donors in the world, channeling billions into healthcare research, education, and policy causes. Her rise highlights how hospitality and tourism, often underestimated sectors, quietly generate extraordinary financial power when scaled globally and strategically. Ninth on the list is Marilyn Simons, with an estimated net worth of $31 billion. Her wealth represents a quieter but increasingly powerful path to extreme riches. Financial strategy. Closely tied to hedge fund success and long-term investing, her fortune reflects the growing dominance of capital allocation over traditional industrial ownership. Her rise signals a broader shift in how modern fortunes are built, especially among women, not through factories or consumer brands, but through mathematical precision, disciplined investing, and control of financial systems that quietly move global markets. Finally, rounding out the top 10 is Melinda French Gates, with an estimated net worth of around $30.4 billion. While her wealth is tied to diversified investments and long-standing Microsoft holdings, her personal journey is what truly sets her apart on this list. Few people realize that Melinda was once one of Microsoft's most respected internal leaders, known for her sharp questioning style in executive meetings, even while being married to the company's founder. In her personal life, she has spoken about deliberately raising her children with boundaries around privilege, limiting exposure to wealth, and insisting on structure, education, and discipline. Most of the women in this top 10 didn't build their fortunes from scratch. Their wealth is rooted in long-established family businesses and legacy assets, reinforcing one undeniable truth: dynastic ownership remains the fastest path to ultra-wealth. But what separates these women isn't just inheritance. It's how they protect, expand, and redefine power across generations. In 2026, true influence isn't about visibility. It's about control, patience, and long-term vision. If you're drawn to how legacy, luxury, and power operate at the very top, subscribe to Luxury Hanker and tell us in the comments, which story surprised you most? And do you think inheritance will always dominate the future of extreme wealth?